Hey, what's going on, my dudes? Vince SGN here today with a brand new video, this time covering My Hero Wanzu Jasutisu. In this video, I'm going to cover a variety of topics, starting off with my initial impressions of the game, stuff that I thought was absolutely amazing and some things that I kind of thought were I'm going to give you my opinions of this game, if this is a game you should pick up or pass. I'm going to talk a little bit about Deku as a character in the game and his combat, and then finally commentating over a couple of matches. So all in all, this should be a pretty interesting review, and with that said, let's get right into it!
That's right, my friend. Let me ask you, does a machine like yourself ever experience fear?
Alright, dude, so I gotta give it to you 100. When I first loaded this game in and went into my first training match against a computer, because I had to train before I went online, I thought the game was slow. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that, for me, I like a game that's really, really fast-paced because I've been playing Xenoverse, been playing Shinobi Striker, been playing Street Fighter fighters and stuff like that. So I wanted a game that was as fast as those other games. So when I started playing this game and I started using Midoriya, Deku, I was like, this game is actually kind of slow and it's not what I'm used to. But then as I started to play it, and I know you're typing this right now as I'm saying it, the game's not slow, Vince, you're slow. I realized that, yes, the game is not slow. It is I that was slow because I didn't know how to use Deku. I had to learn how to use all of his moves, and that's why I went to training first, so I could, get a good handle on him before I went in and got, completely mollywopped by people online. So once I started learning how to use Deku, once I started learning how to use the air dashes, the ground dashes, and started how to, move around the map as, with attacks and stuff like that, and basically just use the character overall, I started to get a different opinion about the speed of the game. One of the things that I really didn't like was whenever, and this is so stupid, I don't even know why this is something I want to bring up, but this is just something that really just stuck out to me in my mind, and maybe it stands out to you in your mind too, is that whenever you're fighting and you get done with the combo, you're just in this sort of like free fall animation where you're just kind of floating down. You're not exactly like landing, you're just floating, and I was like thinking to myself, like, man, I don't like that animation, bro. I want to be able to like land, like really land down on the ground like a fighter or whatever. I mean, I don't have very much like experience with My Hero Academia. I've only ever watched the first few episodes, so take my opinions with a grain of salt as somebody who's never really watched the anime. And I think maybe after playing this game, I'm gonna invest some more time into the anime because I'm really invested in the character of Deku. I like him, he's cool. But yeah, that animation, the free fall thing, I don't really do it anymore because now I know how to dash towards my opponents by pressing the L1 button, I believe it is. So I don't know, my opinion of the game really changed over that first hour. So if you're wondering, what I did was when I put the game in, I did an hour of training, and then I went into an hour of PvP matches because I said, 1 hour training, I should be good because I'm a gamer, I should be able to pick it up, and then if I get mollywopped after an hour, I'll just go back into the hyperbolic time chamber and get some more training in. Alright, this match right here, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna cut my review a little bit short and then get right back into it. This match right here against this guy in this first round, he's gonna teabag. I just want to say, if you go to teabagging somebody in the match, you better know that you can win. Other than that, please don't teabag. Alright, well, so just had to get that out of the way. Now, talking about Deku as a character, I really don't know much about the anime, like enough to really form opinions about other characters. I know some people were like, Todoroki, he's like the coolest character ever. He's like his Sasuke or something like that. And I just don't know enough about the characters to be like, yeah, I have an opinion of this character and I like this character and I want to use him. The only other character that I really saw in the game so far that I thought was really dope, and the character that I kind of want to use, would probably be Stain, because I like him. He looks cool. He's got a large sword. So I'm going to see exactly how he is in the game and then maybe give you my impressions of him later on because he looks really cool. But as far as Deku goes, I mean, he's very basic and very easy to use, man. And I was very surprised with how basic and easy he is to use. Now, I've seen some other people in the game, such as this guy right here, who were able to put together these amazing, like, combos that go on forever. And I really don't know how to do that with him yet. But I'm pretty sure if there is a way to do it, I just have to figure it out and it'll be pretty easy to land. As far as, combat in this game goes, man, it kind of reminded me of a mix between Ninja Storm and Dragon Ball Xenoverse, if you can imagine that. If you haven't played it yet, if you haven't seen, I mean, pretty much all of you have seen gameplay, but if you haven't played it, that's what it felt like to me. You get to call in your assists and stuff like that, and the assists, what I like about the assists, and this is the cool part about the assists, man, they're not always there. All right, you know how in other games your assists are just there and you can call them out whenever they want, and then they have a cooldown period. Your assists are not there, and I have no idea how to build your assists back up. I just know that sometime during the middle of the match, they will become available to you, and your assists really become a strategy for me, especially in this hour of gaming that I was playing and doing the PvP. I quickly realized that your assists are very, very important tools in this game. They will stop you from being attacked, or they're a setup for you to go in on your opponent to attack, you know? So if, like, you see that teabag right there, don't do that, bro. What is that about? Yeah, that's what you get for teabag. I'm just gonna grab you and chunk you over the set. I can't believe dude actually teabagged me, yo. Really? Game ain't been out for, yeah. I teabagged him back. You saw that? All right, so anyways, that just really blowed me about this guy. That's why I wanted to put this match on there. But the assists, like I was saying, the assists are actually a huge part of this game and a huge strategy part of this game. The assists allow you to attack your opponent in times where you maybe wouldn't be allowed to attack your opponent. If maybe they are attacking you, or maybe you see them on the charge, or maybe they're kind of far away, you can throw your assist out there, and if your opponent is not expecting it, they're not blocking, they are going to get hit by it. And it's great to have some assists out there that actually do things to maybe stun your opponent. You see the assists that I have there? These are the first two assists that I picked because I thought they looked cool. My assist 1 and 2, I have no idea who they are, what their names are. I think maybe my assist number 1 is Todoroki. I apologize for not knowing the names of these characters, and I know what you're saying. You know, how you gonna be an anime fan and you don't know anything about My Hero Academia? I'm sorry. I'm gonna get back into it, I promise you, and learn a little bit about the show and the characters. But as far as this game goes, the guy that has the fire and the ice, if you jump in the air and you shoot his assist, he's going to shoot a fireball down. But on the ground, he's got a really, really good assist. And what that does, it's a stun. It freezes people. Kind of reminds me of that chick from Jump Force, how that kind of was cheesy and annoying. And I can see really quickly that that ice freeze stuff is going to get really cheesy and annoying. But it works. It absolutely works. So I was using him for an assist, and then my number 2 assist, I have never seen that guy before in my life. I just thought he looked really cool. And it turns out he has an assist too that stuns. He shoots like a lightning shuriken net sort of thing at the opponent, and it keeps them still. So what I've taken to doing in these matches is I'll use one, and then if I need to use the other one, I'll use the other one. And I use them basically for their stun ability so I can get into the attacker person. Now, another thing that is really, really good too about this game, especially when it comes to, you know, trying to win, is the gauge, the bar. Their, I guess you want to call it their X meter or their power bar. It's, wow, look at that grab. Oh, man, the grab is so cheesy in this game. You just grab whatever you want. And, oh, gosh. See, I tried to call in both of those assists right there because I knew he was about to die, and it was time for me to go ahead and get the W, and I wanted to call both of those in to destroy him. But no. I want to tell you about the gauge. Those gauges, and I just used one right there. Unless the opponent is blocking, that is, like, pretty much automatic damage. One thing that I was doing during this entire, like, hour that I was first playing, I would save all of my bars until I got to 3, and then use, like, my ultimate secret technique attack, and that was literally, I won, just in case you were trying to figure it out. Yeah, I won. I beat the guy. You can call that secret technique in, that ultimate attack, and that just does crazy amounts of damage, especially with Deku. He just shoots this charge that goes off and goes off and goes off, and assists, they do their attacks. And I know this team that I put together, they work really well, and they were getting me a lot of dubs. So I was just enjoying that, and that was like sort of a strategy that I was doing. Hold my bars until the end, and at the very least, if I wanted to use a bar, wait until they were caught doing something, like they were pressing buttons, they were trying to attack me, and then go ahead and use the attack. Now, some things that I didn't like about the game as far as the combat goes, like, there are no really, like, ground hits, you know? Like, when a person is on the ground, they're invincible. Like, so you're attacking somebody and you knock them down, like right there, invincible. I really feel like it would have been a great part of the game if they're down like that and I can continue attacking them. But I guess, you know, in hindsight, thinking about it, that would be pretty broken if I can just throw them and attack them or knock them down and attack them. But the main reason why I brought it up is if I'm in the air comboing somebody and I knock them down, and I want to shoot his, I don't know what it is, his little air attack. I know you're going to roast me in the comments, bro. I'm so sorry. But he has just the air attack. You hit the triangle button and it goes down and it shoots this thing down on the ground on them. And it feels like that should connect when they're on the ground, but it doesn't. That's the only reason why I brought that up. But as far as the combat goes, what do I give it? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it maybe a 6.5, maybe a 7. I like the combat. The thing that I really, really liked about this game the most, the really big selling point for me, and even if the combat was completely like booty cheeks, the thing that did it for me is the way this game looks, dude. This game is absolutely one of the most colorful, one of the most vibrant, one of the most beautiful games I have ever seen in my life. I love the art style of this game. When this game was announced way back when we just saw the screenshots and just, you know, the gameplay footage before anybody had any copies or anything like that, I saw this and I was like, man, this game looks crazy good. And I know what you're going to say, man, you go off of a game based on looks. Yes, I do, because I personally cannot play a game that is not like pleasing to my eye. And this game, like, in a scale of 1 to 10, this game scores a 20 because this game looks so good. It's so good. It looks so good, in fact, that it's like one of those games that you're willing to overlook anything that maybe you don't like about the game and sort of modify your opinion about those things around, you know, just the amazingness of the way the game looks, and maybe just sort of deal with it. Because there are, I mean, I do feel like after playing a couple of matches, I was playing with some guy, the blonde guy with the explosions. That dude, his combos are ridiculously crazy, and I was playing some dude who was like a god with him, and I couldn't hit the dude at all. And he was like able to combo me forever. And that was sort of things like, I don't know if I like that because I really can't do that. And then the blocking in the game sometimes can get a little bit wonky because sometimes you can't block, sometimes you can block. And I guess it's all just trying to figure out, you know, those timings and stuff like that. The grabs in this game kind of grabs and perfect blocks are going to get kind of annoying when people figure out how to do it, because I was doing it on accident a lot of times, and I could tell, like, yeah, if somebody was doing this to me, I'd get pretty pissed. But no, overall, man, I thought the game was great. Should you go out and get it? Listen, if you are a fan of anime, maybe you've never even seen My Hero Academia, maybe you're not a fan of My Hero Academia, get the game. I 100% think you should get the game. Should you ask for it for Christmas if you're a kid? Yes, ask for the game because it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I think the game's still going to be alive by Christmas? Heck yeah. Yeah, the game's definitely going to be alive by Christmas because there's going to be a bunch of kids just like you if you were a kid that are going to ask for this game and they're going to experience it. It's going to be a bunch of Christmas noobs, and we get to go into the lobby and destroy Christmas noobs. Alright guys, and that's going to wrap up my review. If you did enjoy it and you want to see more My Hero Wanzu Jasutisu gameplay, definitely hit that thumbs up button and let me know about it in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you later. Peace out.